Today we are talking about marriage and money. And today's subject is post-nuptials or pre-nuptials. Which one should you get? Or should you not get one at all? Are they beneficial to the marriage? Or will they just cause an argument? So post-nup, pre-nup. Post-nup, pre-nup. Post-nup, pre-nup. I think we've all probably heard of a prenup. For those of you that don't know what a prenup agreement is, it's an agreement that happens before you get married, hence pre-nuptials. And in the agreement, it basically just states how a couple will split any type of assets or money should the marriage end in divorce. A post-nup is basically the same thing, except you get a post-nup after the marriage already happened, hence post-nuptials. Some people may not agree with a prenup or a post-nup because they feel these agreements takes the romance out of the relationship. But I believe having one may actually save your marriage, or it may save your divorce. For one, by using these agreements, you already know what you are getting yourself into. No one knows if their marriage is going to last or if it's going to end in divorce. Most of the time when we get married, we don't get married to get divorced, but for some relationships, it ends up going that way. So in the event that you do end up heading down the road to divorce, these agreements can save you time and money. Everyone will know what they are or aren't getting. And that way there is no room for arguments. They most likely will still happen, but with the agreement in place, there is not much that the other person can argue about. They can also save someone if a spouse dies, and let's just say they die with no will. There will be less chance of other family members being able to argue if there is no will. Post-nups are a little less common than prenups, but more and more they're starting to become common. Not everyone getting married is going to need a prenup or a postnup for that matter. If you are young and have no assets, I couldn't really see you getting or needing a prenup. But if you are actually inheriting something from a family member at a certain time, then you might need to think about a prenup just in case if you don't want something happening to that inheritance. There are a lot of people that are getting married later in life. They might consider getting a prenup because they may come into the marriage with assets that they've gotten before the marriage, maybe even before the relationship. But this is something that you need to speak with your partner about before drawing up the papers. You don't want your first fight to be your last fight. There are other people that may opt for a post-nup because maybe at the time they weren't thinking about a prenup, or they just didn't know how to bring the prenup up. I mean, do you really want to talk about divorce and division of property in the beginning of your relationship? Only me? Oh. If you are still watching, please hit that like button. And if you like this content, please don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button. Thanks. Believe me, you don't want a long, dragged out divorce. If you can end things quickly and amicably, why not just do it? Any agreement is better than no agreement. Do my husband and I have one? No, but it may be something that we need to discuss as well in the event something happens to either of us. But to be truthful, this is a discussion that we have had. If things don't work out between us, how will we divide our assets? We just haven't put it down on paper. So I hope that you find the courage to be able to have this conversation with either your future spouse or your current spouse. Because if you guys can agree on everything now, you may not even have to worry about the agreement later on. But if you decide not to do one now, and then you do end up getting a divorce, there's a lot of things that could have been discussed in that agreement that now you'll be discussing at divorce court, i.e., alimony, division of assets, retirement pay, and so much more, except for children. Children is the only thing that's not included in pre and post nuptial agreements. I hope this video brought you value because I value your time. Like this video if you like it. Please consider subscribing to my channel. I post videos every Friday, and hit that notification bell so that you guys can be notified of my videos. And remember, love yourself, adore yourself, be yourself. Thank you guys, and I hope I get to see you in my next video.